A sound victory. Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Hensley.
And I'm Neil Middleton. The polls were right. Senator Mitch McConnell will have another 6 years in the nation's capital.
News outlets called the race as soon as the polls closed in western Kentucky. After tens of millions of dollars were spent on campaign ads, McConnell defeated Democrat Allison Lundergan Grimes and Libertarian David Patterson in a hard-fought race. It's still not known, though, if McConnell will become the next Senate Majority Leader. WYMT's Tanner Hesterberg is live at the McConnell camp in Louisville. He begins our election team coverage. Tanner?
Steve and Neil, good evening. One final time from the Marriott East in Louisville, where earlier hundreds of supporters watched as the results came in favor of incumbent Mitch McConnell. Obviously, this place a lot more quiet now than it was earlier when all those supporters watched McConnell deliver his victory speech.
It's time to turn this country around.
Kentucky's senior senator easily defeated Democratic challenger Allison Lundergan Grimes, an opponent McConnell complimented during his victory speech.
It took a lot of guts to take on a race like this. Because of the business we're in, it also meant she'd take some heat. I admire her willingness to step into the arena and fight as hard as she did.
McConnell capitalized on President Obama's unpopularity in Kentucky and told supporters he will take their message back to Washington.
For too long, this administration has tried to tell the American people what's good for them and then blame somebody else when their policies didn't work out. Tonight, Kentucky rejected that approach.
An approach McConnell says he will fight to change.
It's time to go in a new direction.
A direction he hopes leads to being majority leader in the United States Senate. Now, obviously, the mood just down the interstate in Lexington, a lot different than it is here in Louisville at the Grimes campaign in Lexington. National Democrats, of course, had been hoping to pick off this seat and take down Mitch McConnell, the leader of the Republican Party in the U.S. Senate. For Grimes, obviously, this is a tough defeat, but at the same time, her political career is likely far from over. WYMT's Hillary Thornton has been at the Grimes campaign all night and joins us now one final time with an update from the Grimes campaign in Lexington. Hillary.
Thanks, Tanner. That crowd here in Lexington of a few hundred people held out hope even as those early projections were calling McConnell as the winner. And then as they waited for Grimes to give her concession speech, they remained positive and proud of the effort she and her campaign gave. They call her effort nothing short of inspiring.
The one thing we can celebrate tonight is the integrity and the dignity and the strength with which Allison Lundergan Grimes fought this election.
A campaign that brought enthusiasm from throughout the state and across party lines.
I really believed in Allison Lundergan Grimes. I felt like that she had a really good message. I felt like that she was going to be a better voice for Kentucky.
A grassroots effort that state leaders say made the entire state of Kentucky better.
My hope is the message has been sent to Congress that we need to work to increase the minimum wage, to close the gender pay gap, and to bring good-paying jobs back to the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Grimes expressing gratitude to her family, staff, and the hundreds of supporters that greeted her as she campaigned across the state.
While tonight didn't bring us the result that we had hoped for, this journey, the fight for you, it was worth it. I will continue to fight for the Commonwealth of Kentucky each and every day.
As this election is now in the books, the question of a Grimes run for governor looms.
Well, that'll be up to her. You know, just coming off of a hard campaign, there's no question that Allison's the type of candidate that can put her name on the ballot and be a very, very credible candidate for whatever she wants to do in the future.
They do say one thing is clear, and that is that the candidate who brought excitement back to the Democratic Party is not done making an impact for the Commonwealth. Now, Grimes does have about 2 years left of her 4-year term as Kentucky's Secretary of State. Reporting live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WYMT Mountain News.